I'll be reacting to Platinum End episode 22. I'll be watching it from Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting off my reaction in 1-0 go. Oh yeah, I've been just eagerly anticipating this series. Oh man, this professor to think you would even calculate. That looks like a smile. What's the experimentations that this fucker was doing? I mean, I'm not gonna really blame him for having that perspective. It means that he wants a society where people can assert their free will. I mean, it makes sense to me anyway. Without any supernatural beings deciding things. I mean, there is that point there. Huh. But now it begs the question, though, what happens if there's no God in this verse, though? Because there are other... Because that just asks other questions now. Yeah, he has to consider that possibility, too. That the partner he is in might not just necessarily be feeding him all the right information. Huh. Well, that'd be kind of a creepy situation there. Ooh. Kind of reminds a little bit of a Kaiba series. Okay, that'd be pretty fucking interesting if people can actually apply that then. And it can be done through ethical means, that is. Oh. I'm assuming that's when he thinks humanity is going to become extinct. It's quite the nihilistic perspective, though. Wouldn't there be a shot that if people learn everything, wouldn't that just set a path towards more potential growth? I mean, I could see why they have this nihilistic perspective, though, because, yeah, maybe there is a chance that there'd be some misery. But what if it ends up having the opposite effect, though, and humanity prospers? But I can understand his perspective, though, considering that he doesn't interact or converse with a variety of different people. Yeah. Oh, I love the way you got Nasirak there. Well, I just hope this isn't some kind of fucking trap, though. And he's probably going to be there in case the professor and Yanena does anything shifty, too. That's going to be my guess. It ain't like our professor is the shining beacon of motherfucking charisma. I could say that much for sure. Oh man, I always love the track that plays in the opening. Dun-na-na-na. Yo, this fucking opening is a banger. Dun, dun, dun. Especially the instruments, man. This is one of the few openings where, like, I just wish there was a motherfucking instrument I could play with right now. With how epic and happy as hell it sounds. Like, no joke. Just the intensity and all that. I can only hope Mariah's smile is protected, though. Because, you know, at least he's somewhat improved over the last few episodes where, you know, he's actually pretty bearable and I can legitimately root for him. Well, I guess I could say I could root for him because the alternative would be it'd be much worse. I'd rather he win than Yoneda. And that last bit in the opening too, when it goes like dun 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 dun. I always love that last bit. I don't know if it's going to devolve into like a one-on-one confrontation, but Yoneda wouldn't do anything like that simple though. It's got to be more than that. I wouldn't be surprised if he has some people controlled under the influence of Red Devils just to trap Saki, the lady, and the others. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with Marai's perspective there. And I love how Marai's finally accepted that because the old Marai would have the perspective of trying to make everyone happy, but now he realizes that making everyone happy would most likely be impossible. Huh. I wouldn't say that's the worst thing, but yeah, that's one of the worst things that you can do to someone. I'd say one of the worst things someone can do is kill someone. That'd be probably the most extreme thing that anyone can do. If you ask me, anyway. Hey, you know, there's value in that. The thing is, though, he said straight up that he wouldn't really upset the status quo that much, though. And you know, there's something respectable about that because he becomes a god, and this versus mean he can't find a way of eventually being able to interact with humanity. That's one of the few positive traits I can find about Mirai. He always tries to find at least a really unique solution when all the obvious solutions on the table have some nasty things regarding them. Oh, that! Yo, that's some growth, right? Yo! I've been waiting to hear him say those words. Yes! I mean, thankfully they can use the red arrows as a shield, though. Pull out the red arrow. Why is she just standing there? Just pull out the red arrow. Come on now. She must have. Seriously, why did they wait for Suji to pull out the white arrow? Oh. Okay, that's kind of cool. If anything, though, if I were them, I would have them pull off the red arrows. I'd say that's a slight bit of bad writing there because even though, yes, the red arrows aren't going to have any effect on Suji, since he's currently being influenced by a red arrow, you should at least have your arrow as at least a shield, because this series has established you can use it to shield off a white arrow. I'm just saying. I feel like they're making the characters a bit stupid and not having them whip out the arrows, just in case. Yeah, that would be the best solution. And who gave him that perspective? Oh. I mean, that's a good point, but the thing is, that's just his perspective, though, for all we know. The future could be determined by your actions, though. I mean, that's one way of looking at things, not everything in life is predetermined. But then that. Oh, great. We're going by universal bounds now. The thing is, though, there's a possibility that he could be wrong, even if he could have algorithms, theories, and all that when it comes to the future. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Because, like in life, nothing's perfect, especially forecasts. Oh. And he ain't necessarily wrong about that. And I love how he meant it straight up. Damn! Okay! Yes! I'm finally glad he says those words to someone. Finally! That's a good amount of growth from right here. Oh! He knows exactly what's the meaning behind that. Leverage. Oh, fuck. Now I'm not going to blame Rock for any decision he makes. Yeah, what a fucked up little bastard. Honestly, though, I really think they could have knocked out Suji, though. Let's just be real. If the arrows wasn't going to work, they could have just punched him in the head. They could have just as easily done that. I don't know. I just feel like narratively they completely weakened Saki and the two other ladies just to have this tense moment because it's like, even though yes, Suji has the white arrows, they could have had a potential of blocking them with the red arrows. I'm just saying. I do like the narration from like the news station there. This actually adds a nice level of camp to it. Saki would say that. But she probably would say that or think about that, though, knowing her. Honestly, who would make a calm decision, though, when your loved one is captured like that? The thing is that to him, Saki is worth more than those millions of lives. The thing is, though, can you blame him, though? Saki is like one of the few bright spots in his life. Why the hell would he want to lose that? Oh. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I love the way Saki reacted when you heard that. Same with Nase, too. The thing is, though, those words have weight depending on the person saying those words. I don't know. Those words have value. Yeah, the thing is, though, someone might actually legitimately find the soulmate that can spend the rest of their lives with. Whoa! The thing, he lacks sympathy, compassion, empathy. He probably lacks all those things. Well, yeah, that's life. You can't really feel pain if you haven't, if you don't have anything to lose. I like how it's going back towards the time where he was betrayed by Saki. Hey, I love how he acknowledges that. Honestly, Mariah's matured throughout the series. A good deal. Yo, exactly! Fucking exactly! And since Yuneta hasn't interacted with people, of course he's not going to value things like friendship and things like that. Hell yeah. Oh, they should be saying that to someone that has a right arrow. But hey, she's got guts, though. I can tell you that much. I love that spunk. Oh, boy. Fuck. The only thing they can really hope for is they have some kind of secret backup. I just love the music that's like, it just makes us feel more tense now. The thing is, you can't let him do that because if he gets hit by the white arrow, die, and I'll guarantee Saki dies too because then it's not like Yoneta's not going to have any leverage. Fuck. Hey, I'm not going to blame Revel here. He's had more experiences with Saki. Oh, I would have thought it'd make something as like 28 seconds just feel so grandiose. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's a matter of how he's going to find a way of killing him, though, in time. Because he has to kill. If he kills him, he has to do it quick. I don't know. I think you should believe him. That actually does make sense. This woman. But honestly, though, the professor has such a smooth voice. I could see why anyone would believe him. He has the voice of motherfucking butter, if you ask me. The thing is, though, people's lives are at stake, though. I mean, she's not necessarily wrong about that. Whoa! But yeah, honestly, it's better if he tries to live, though, because the thing is, if he dies, there's no telling that Saki's going to be safe. That's the thing that Mirai has to consider. As fucked up as that is, he doesn't have leverage right now. Unfortunately. They're honestly really directing this, but even though the animation in the last few episodes have been amazing, the directing for these sequences have been damn nice here. Yes, but in this case, though, there's no telling what's going to happen, though, after he dies. How does he know if Yoneda's going to keep his promise? Or who knows, maybe he'll do some kind of like last second dodge, and then he'll... What the fuck? Okay, I hope this is some kind of like feature plan. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, this shit is great. Okay. This shit's fucking crazy. That was great of ending off an episode, though. Now, yeah, there are positives and negatives about this episode, though. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to give the episode overall positive rating. So if I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being 9 to 10 being exceptional, I'm going to give it a sound 6 out of 10 for above average. There are problems, but first let me start out with the positives, though, before I get on the negatives. Well, yeah, this series always has negatives, Spiral Matt. Now, here are the positives about the episode. It was tense. I actually do love the fact that you have Yoneda and Mirai just talk things out a bit longer. Mentioning why Yoneda has such a nihilistic perspective, because he thinks that as science advances, humanity is going to be doomed eventually to condemnation. And I do like that. It makes sense, because some people would have the perspective that once you reach the pinnacle in life, you're going to essentially stagnate. There are people that legitimately would feel that way. So Yoneda's negativity does make sense. It's nice hearing his perspective. It's nice seeing these moments where Mirai is like emotionally taken aback when Saki is held captive, considering how much Saki means to him in his life. It makes sense why he'd be giving up in the instance where Saki is captive. I'm not going to blame him for that. So all the decisions from the characters were realistic. And also, Yoneda is a motherfucking professional liar. That's all I got to say. And from a character standpoint, did a lot. We see a lot of growth for Yoneda because, let's just be honest, when it comes to Yoneda, he is absolutely ruthless and dirty, and I like this because it makes him one of the most engaging antagonists of the series by fucking far. And you get character development from Mirai because he was willing to actually kill Yoneda. So I do like this, how now our man is absolutely and utterly assertive now. This shows you how much of a long way Mirai is coming. At the very least, it shows us that Mirai, he's no motherfucking pushover anymore like he was at the start of the series. So those are positives that I could really appreciate with the series. I know you love saying the opposite, man. And aside from that, the other things that I did enjoy about this episode was, aside from the good character and mostly good script running in the episode, was that the animation was average. It wasn't anything that made me go, yo, that looked good. But nothing that makes me go, oh, that looked like dog shit like last week. The episode had mediocre animation. But in saying that, this episode did have flaws, though. It was kind of stupid how, yes, Shuji was able to overpower Saki, Tamari, the other girl easily. I'm like, at least these ladies should just whip out their red arrows, for fuck's sake. It's kind of stupid that it devolved into that. And then I didn't like how, when it comes to Mariah, they kind of gave him a little bit of stupid juice when it's like, but you know what? No, I'll wait. But it kind of felt it was a little bit like stupid juice because it's like, just because he's willing to like give up, it's like, dude, there's no guarantee that Yoneda is going to spare everyone, even if you have your life given up. So those are the things that make the run in the episode still wonky. The series had good animation for the first 14 episodes, and it was fucking awful. That's the thing, Spiral Matt. Now the writing's better, but the animation quality is mediocre to bad. So in this instance, I'd rather have bad visuals but a good script than a bad script with good visuals, because that's what the series was. It had pretty colors but bad writing for the first 14 episodes, and now it's got ugly colors but decent writing. So I prefer the latter. But yeah, those are the flaws in this episode. And sometimes the episode can get a little bit exposition heavy here too, here and there. There are moments where, yeah, you kind of want it to speed up just a little bit more. But other than that, though, I found the episode to be enjoyable. I already mentioned why the script had bad elements, though. I already mentioned it. I'm not going to repeat it, though, Spiral Man, because I already mentioned why the script in certain instances did have bad elements. It's annoying how the girls couldn't have come up with a way of knocking out Suji when they outnumbered him, and they could have just whipped out the red arrows to use them as a shield. That's what the writers would say, but the script is more like a 6 out of 10 for slightly above average for this specific episode. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this episode in general. Could have been better in a few bits, but I still enjoyed it. But yeah, this series does show some weaknesses here and there. Oh, okay. But yeah, these are pretty much my thoughts on the episode, y'all. I would really love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about the episode in the comments section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much, Spiral Matt, for commenting on the live chat. And also thank you. Well, yeah, you did, which is good. Some salt is good for someone on occasions. As long as the sodium intake is healthy, it's all fine. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video. Thank you again, Spiral Matt, and I'll see y'all later to come back for more, everyone. Bye-bye.